over 30, wholesale deals. Um,
Locally, or you like doing this virtual stuff? Bubba, shh.
what's that? Local?
Wholesaling
Yeah.
locally, or you around?
Yeah, I'm around too. I mean, we actually got one locked up in Georgia right now. We got, so I actually have a partner who's in Charlotte. So, we, we're pretty much, virtual.
Good, that's cool. 30 wholesale deals. How long you been in the game?
So little like 15 months or so.
You've done 30 deals in a year almost.
Yeah.
Good Lord. How are you liking wholesaling? How is your stomach?
Well, I mean, wholesaling is good. I mean, because obviously it's the art of finding a deal, right? You got to find it at the bottom, right? But I can honestly say that you can wholesale your life away in a sense. Um, like we made a lot of money, but
You can make a ton of money.
yeah, I mean, we made a lot of money, but then
Where's
I
it go?
paid my cars off and stuff like that, and then I'm sitting there now. I got to find another property,
Where's it
right?
go? Yeah, where's it all go? Let me ask you, if you don't mind sharing, where are you, even if you sit in cash heavy with real estate, if you're a wholesaler, tell me where your mind is constantly. I'm not
Well,
looking for nothing that I really would like to know. What are you thinking? Because you're wholesaling, you don't have people paying every month, and I'm not
right. I
saying that
mean,
this is.
yeah,
Go
your
ahead.
mind is constantly, searching for the next one, right? Um, and trying to keep that pipeline full because you know that you have to make sure that another one will be closing, the month after that, right? Like,
Mhm.
so like if you get a $10,000 wholesale, then you're, trying to put, something aside for just in case you don't get one next month, right? But I mean, we've been pretty consistent, at the end of the, and fourth quarter, this past year here, it got a little slow,
Mhm.
but prior to that, we're doing, 2 to 3 a month, in the first 3 quarters of last year.
You're a beast, Renard.
Yeah.
How old are you? Oh, you're 84. You're a baby. You right? You my wife's
Yeah.
age.
35.
Young people. Young
Yeah.
people. I love the way you look, though. I want real estate to look like you and me. I don't want. I want real estate to, as opposed to the images that are on our TVs that are people that look like you and me.
Right.
I want success to look like you, brother. I love it, man. I love your whole vessel, what you're doing.
Correct, man. That's, I mean, and that's why, I mean, obviously that's why I kind of, tune into, like I gravitated to your content anyway, right?
Hmm.
It's just like, hey, you're just like me, right? You didn't, from what I know, you didn't get, you didn't get anything given to you. You had to go get it, right?
Kill what you eat.
And
I mean, eat what you kill. Yeah.
and and I'm telling you, man, it's just you kind of got to put yourself in those areas. I was talking to my partner, and I was like, man, I feel the because he went and checked out a property for us that we just got locked up, the one that I want to talk to you about in Concord,
Concord,
and
Virginia.
Concord, North Carolina, so out in
Okay.
the Charlotte area.
Gotcha.
And he got it. He went out and he didn't have his hair cut, much like me right now, and oh, sad to say, like as a black man, you have to present yourself in a lot, you know, a lot more professionally than
Mhm.
some of some people, right? Because I've
That's true.
seen I've seen our white buyers or something. They'll walk up and they just have some jeans and
Look
you
like a
know
bum.
tennis shoes and things like that, and they'll take them seriously. But if I came wearing what I have on right now, some Nike joggers, and you see what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
I kind of feel like they don't take me as seriously as if like, hey, he doesn't have the,
Resources.
and I don't know if that's just my personal mindset, but I kind of feel like I've been, I,
Discriminated against.
yeah, I feel like I've experienced it.
Not that isn't. Yeah, I hear you. It's not in front of your face. It's not like right there.
Yeah,
Just a kind of a tone.
right. Yeah, it's just like a tone. Like they start asking you extra questions as if they don't feel that you can do it, or ask me how old I am and things like that. I'm just like, well,
That's another discrimination. Age, old people don't want to. We don't want to hear nothing from no young people, man. The older you get, it's like you get these young dudes. Get out of here.
like I
They
don't know
just
how old Mark Zuckerberg is, but he can buy this house a million times over. I
yeah.
don't know. You get what I mean? Like, what does it matter? But yeah,
That's just part of the business, man. You got to just
and
kind of.
I'm a vet. I'm a vet. So I was in the
Okay,
military 4 years. So I always wear my veteran hat on on all my
that's cool.
equipment.
That'll help.
So that helps out, man. That's a part of my uniform, man.
That is cool. I think that'll
But
help, man. I don't have one of those.
but yeah, um, but yeah, man. I, I don't know if I want to do this on live, but I reached out to you also because I've been trying to get some land deals done, man. I have
Uh-huh.
one 48-acre one and one 74-acre, and these are near big developments like that KB Homes, Lennar Homes, and bigger developers are doing, man. And it's these are I know that you've done land before. I don't know if you've done something to that scale, but
We can always look at it though.
yeah,
I got Papa's cell phone, so I can call if I get in a
that's
bind, I can call Ron. So
but that's what I'm talking about. See, because he was just talking about that on the summit today, and
yeah.
he was dropping some gems. Uh, of course, he wanted everybody. You got to be in his the commercial boot camp
Commercial boot camp. I've
to
been to
send
that one. So
to send him a deal,
yeah.
right? So he won't even look at the deal unless you're in his boot camp.
Well, you
And
got a direct line now, so
yeah, so I mean that might be something that you can, because like I've already sent one of them out to a developer, and then he came back asking me certain questions, and then I don't know the answer to it. So now I'm researching it so I can, you know, give those answers to him.
gotcha. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
have all the answers on commercial. I really defer to my experts. I got a few dudes locally, but I'm not
right.
a big commercial guy. But I would like to get in the middle of them. You can make a quick lick on those, just converting the zoning and
Yeah,
getting it. But you will spend some. You're going to spend some money, which that's why I'm looking to put the money up just to rezone it, do the subdivision, and just be done with it. I don't want to do the
exactly.
work.
Yeah, I mean because that might be like 20 to 30,000 in due diligence,
That's
and
right.
you can easily come by that money. But now if you try and come by the
Infrastructure. That's where you
2.2
get
million
killed.
that the guy wants for the property alone,
So well, that's
you know.
one thing. The infrastructure is buying it is one thing, but the infrastructure, what goes in the ground, that's what kills. That's where I got killed. Putting
Right,
in the water sewer. That'll take you out.
right. Um,
But those builders have, they got people that do it. They'll do it. You don't have to pay up front. When I did it, I had to pay up front. But the builders, they got guys, they make a
oh
call
yeah,
and
yeah.
they go get it done. But
Hmm.
like the names you're mentioning, they can get that stuff done.
Right. So I don't know. Basically, man, I had this property that just locked up,
Okay.
and I do have your paperwork package.
I don't know. So many.
But the asking price for the property was 118. Um, she owes 66,000 left on the mortgage, and um, the payment is 650 a month.
What you said? You got some documents. What documents you talking about, Renard?
I got your document package a while back.
Which one,
Um,
bro?
so
For this deal, how does it pertain to this deal?
because this is I want to get a tenant buyer in there. So
How are
this
we
is
buying it?
I'm buying it owner finance.
Owner finance.
Yes.
Pins. Hold on a
Mhm.
second. Shoot, you can't even see it. Hold on, let me get these pins.
All right.
These things give me attitude every time. Switching over. Maybe the green one is.
That works.
Something's wrong with my thing. Okay, I want to find that. That's how you're gonna buy it.
Right.
All right, before we even figure it out, that's how you're gonna buy it. So
Mhm.
what does she owe on it? What she owe?
She owes $66,000 on it.
What's her monthly payment, Renard?
$650 a month.
Taxes and insurance?
Yes.
You sure? You hesitated with that answer.
No, yeah, I was just looking at the property information sheet. Yeah, she said,
Okay.
yeah. Uh-huh.
How many bedrooms and baths is it, Bernard?
It is a 3-1.
What will it rent for, my brother?
1,100.
And what repairs does it need?
Well, she said there's some flooring. I had my partner go through there. It just needs like paint. And there's in the bathroom floor needs to be upgraded. She says that she got a quote on that, and that said that it'd be like $3,200.
To do what?
To do the work on the floor in the bathroom.
On the floor, 3,200. Good God, that's a
I don't know. Yeah, it
job
must
right
be,
there.
It must be like a rotted out, subfloor or something like that.
Could be. We don't want to discount it. We looked at one where there was $12,000 worth of work, and I thought we could get it done for half of that, but it's going to be 12. So I would believe them.
But what I want to do is I don't want to put any money into it. I just want to get like work for equity or something like that, and just
your exit strategy is what?
Lease option. Well, yeah, tenant buyer.
Lease option. Yeah, lease option. That's right.
Yep, lease option. Yeah.
It'll be good in a minute. I'm just thinking lease option. So So basically, you're telling me you don't want to do any repairs, Bernard?
Well, I mean, if possible.
So that's your goal. Your goal is to sell this to somebody like a let's call this. Well, I call them ugly lease options. Is that where we're at?
Right, and it's not that ugly. You get what I mean? It just needs a little paint, and then that floor in the bathroom that she's saying.
Gotcha. All right, so we can get at 1,100, Renard. Is that going to be pretty house rentals, or is there going to be top of the market?
And I'm not sure if you're aware. You're familiar with PropStream. I got that off of PropStream. Yeah, I got that off of PropStream. So it just kind of gave you what the average, what the rental rate is that it could rent for in the area. So that's where I was at. She just had a tenant in there who was paying $925. So
$925. Why so low? If you're telling me the rent is $1,100, maybe because that bathroom.
I mean, she was living out of town in New York, so maybe because of the bathroom, but I'm not sure if she just had this tenant in there long term, and they were just at $925, and she kept them there. You get what I mean?
Gotcha. What, did we not have that conversation? And I'm not on top of you. I'm saying, did we? I'm just like, I would be thinking, Miss Smith, I know the rent's $1,100 over there. Why would we only be charging $925? Have we had that talk with her yet? Because no doubt there's a tenant in there.
No, I didn't have that conversation because I figured that was why, was because of the the flooring and things like that needed to be done, is why it was lower.
You're probably right. I would think so.
Yeah.
And I would think that you're not. I haven't seen this house, but I would think you're going to be more in line with this is going to be too high. Is that where are you thinking?
But I was thinking I'll be fine with getting $950.
Gotcha. So, I just want to make sure I understand where we're going. That's all.
$950, $900 even.
coming out now. $9.50 a month. I like that way better. That makes my gut feel a little bit better. I just don't want you to have unreasonable expectations. That's all, bro.
Right.
But you can always, man, dude, the sky's the limit at this payment here, Bernard.
Yeah.
The sky's the limit. You could probably pay that. Yeah, I'm not counting your money, but you could suck up $650 for 3 months. Until you find somebody that it's not like you're gonna die.
Right.
$650 a month. What does your seller want down, if anything?
No, I got it. No, nothing down.
No, if you don't mind, what was the language that you used to get that?
I just didn't bring it up. I just let her know that we'll be moving forward and we'll be taking we'll take over your payments at $650 a month. And
so this is a subject too.
You
said owner financing. I thought she was going to give you basically you're taking over the payment and just giving her a wrap.
Basically, yeah, for her equity, yeah.
Does she? Okay, so how much are you buying it for?
So 118 is the total.
Now I see where we're going. Okay.
Yeah.
Good God Almighty. Okay, she wants 118.
Yeah.
All right, now I see. This is a little bit different. So this is a true owner financing deal.
Right.
This lady here is what is the ARV, Bernard?
It's in the 190.
All right, ARV is 190. And she's selling it to you at a discount. Why?
So she got the appraisal back, and she provided this to me, but I figured I heard that you would pay more for it if you can get it on terms, but the appraisal came back at 113, and so she basically wanted 118 because the appraisal came back at 113. She's like, what's going on in the area is close to downtown, and I thought that if you get it on terms, that you could pay more for it, because someone who will buy it on terms will buy it for more because they're getting it on terms.
That's true. Yeah, we don't care what the price is. We care, but I mean, she could ask $1 million. I'll give you $1 million. I'll pay $1 a month, right? So it really doesn't matter but how in your mind, Bernard, I love you. How are we getting 190 if you have an appraisal at 118?
Well, in its current condition, it's at 113.
But you just told me it only needs a little bit of bath work and paint. I mean, that's not going to add $7,000.
Updates. I'm talking about for a tenant buyer. It's not updated at all. It's built in 1920s.
Okay, so everything in it is old.
Yeah, it's up. Yeah, it needs updated.
I got you.
Sorry. Yeah. What I'm meaning is for a I don't want to do any repairs. A tenant buyer, work for equity kind of thing. It's livable.
Gotcha.
It's very livable. It's in great condition to live in. So that's what I was looking at.
Sorry about that. I don't know why this. I don't know why somebody saying my voice sounds like Barry White. Some StreamYard is having a problem. I don't know what's going on with the millions of people that are on this thing. I got an email. Something's going on with the broadcasting software. $950, I'm cool with. I ain't even mad at that. People, you're getting $300 a month for money for something you didn't work for. Neither do you deserve, right?
Correct.
It's free money. And she wants nothing down. How long is she giving you to buy this thing, Renard?
5 years.
Wow. Okay, it's tripping today. 5 years. I'm not mad at that. Nothing down 5 years. So with the lease case, let's say you got to let it sit empty for 2 months, you lose $650. Plus, it's gonna cost you to buy it. It says it's gonna cost you. How much does it cost in North Carolina to buy a house? What you gonna pay? $2,000, $3,000, $1,500.
Cost, yeah.
Here it's in Hampton. In Virginia, it's gonna cost me $3,000. So I don't know what it is down there.
So I mean, closing costs.
You gotta pay her closing costs.
Are you talking about the final closing costs for the 118?
When you buy it.
Okay.
Because you got to pay closing costs to buy it. Let's just say
right. So yeah. So that'll be about $3,000. About maybe a little over $3,000.
Let's just make it simple for me today. $3,000.
Yeah, $3,000. That'll work.
Is it the tenant in it? The tenant that is in it is going away.
They're gone already.
They're gone. Let's say we got. Depending on how your negotiating skills are and based on the meltdown of our economy, we would probably agree that there aren't buyers waiting to give you $10,000 right now to move in.
Correct.
Okay, so we got a little bit of vacancy.
They might get $3,400 if they get the Trump package, the stimulus package.
Yeah, that's right. You know what? Let's stay here for a minute because I think this needs to be talked about. What are people going to do with this money? Are they going to go looking for a house? Are they going to be worried about food? What's your thinking on that, Renard? Because it needs to be talked about.
Well, I mean, it depends on who gets the money, right? Like if you qualify for that money, which I'm not counting, like you said, I'm not counting your pockets. You probably don't qualify for it, but if you did, then you probably would put it into some options or some stocks. That's or true. Something investor wise, right? The next person who gets it, they're probably going to treat it the same way they would treat their tax refund, right? They're probably going to spend it, or they're going to either now. If their job or their hours are being cut, then they might use that money properly. Like, okay, I need $600, over 3 months, for rent. So I better keep this money for rent, the next couple months. So it depends on what bracket that person is in and how they're going to use that money.
Gotcha. Roundup, if I'm scaring you, my mic is, I don't know what's going on, but I'm the same. Nothing's wrong with my voice. There's something going on with the technology here. It just happens. Okay. $950 a month. What type of down payment are we getting on this thing, Renard?
Yeah, I mean, so I was wanting to sell it for 128. So just 10, put 10 on the 118 at the back end, right?
Okay, 128.
So yeah. I was hoping. So I mean, I was hoping to get the 10%, but 12,000. But hey, I'm just trying to get the highest amount that I can get.
I'm not even worried about your sales price. I'm talking about what type of down payment are we thinking?
Right. You know how you say don't name a price, just say what's the highest that you can, do for a down payment. I would like to get 10,000, but if I can get 5,000, that would be great.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Renard. Somebody that's buying a $66,000 house, they got $10,000, dog.
No, they're buying it for 118.
Oh,
128.
I'm sorry. That's right. They're buying 128. Okay. Well, yeah. Will they have it? They might. I've gotten 25,000, but that's way before the crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, man. On 128,000, I would be. Ron has this thing where he I don't know how he. Even when we were the thing in Virginia Beach, it was like, how are you getting $10,000 on? I haven't seen it. I mean, okay. You can get large down payments, but you might have to wait 6 months, Renard. I mean, you don't know right. the people, they are out there. Yes, I will say that. I got to remember they are out there. Mm-hmm. But see, I'm a guy that I like volume and speed. And
Me too.
You kind of, I think you kind of, your peer, you seem to be the same way. Mm-hmm. I don't think you want to wait 6 months to get a big down payment because you're losing money every month,
Right.
So are you going to get 10? I don't know. It's 10% down. Let's just say you get 5. Realistically, here's the thing. You got to think about the buyer, right? Or you don't want to do the work to the bathroom.
Right.
Realistically, am I going to shell out 10 grand, then another 3, and to paint it for my family to go in? I'm asking you that. I just want you to be realistic with me. It might be yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, but see, that was my thing was, hey, ask them, how much do you have? I was looking for 10, but guess what? There is 3,200 worth of work that needs to be done. So guess what? I'll take 5,000 for it.
Well, I just got to have something for the board, brother. That's all.
Oh yeah, no, but that's what I was trying to say. That would be my conversation with them. But yeah, I'll take the 5,000. Yes, sir.
Renard, I think 5,000. I would be running to the bank if I were you.
So you don't think that 5,000 is going to be doable on that?
No, I think 5,000. I would take that all day.
Okay.
I take 5,000 all day, bro. On this deal, 5,000. $5,000 down payment, right?
Mm-hmm.
But don't forget, you got 5 to get in it because you got 3 closing costs, and let's say you got 2 months vacancy. Is that what you're thinking?
Something like that, probably. Yeah. But see, now check this out though. No, so here's the thing. I'm not closing on this so basically I'm not closing until I find a buyer.
You talked to her about that?
Yeah. So I told her, it's, closing is to be determined, especially in this economy right now. And I'm not closing until we find a buyer.
I like that. You can use the economy. Man, you see now the economy's working on your behalf, right?
Yeah.
So your $650, you're just paying her payment, right? She doesn't make anything.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. Yeah, she's not making anything. Just making her payment.
She just wants debt relief. Her whole thing is like, I just want to make these payments.
Yeah, she lives all the way in New York, so yeah.
Man, she is, no doubt, her mind is scrambling right now.
Uh-huh.
Her mind is scrambling. I promise you, man. We don't know. Wow, we don't know where her mind is, brother. She's dealing with that virus in New York. Is she in the city or she's northern?
She's not in the city. Yeah, she's kind of like upstate.
Okay, she's still,
but
no doubt the news and all that's going crazy up there.
Mm-hmm.
$5,000 down payment, $950 a month. I think this is doable, bro. But you're not making no money up front. You're making your money on the spread.
Right.
Even if you get 5,000 down because you got 5 in it. Because you got 3 to buy it, and then let's say you got to pay utilities. Is she going to pay the utilities while you look for your buyer?
Yeah, I told her. She just emailed me today, and I told her, I said she wanted to cut the utilities off. I said, well, just keep the utilities on until we have our closing event.
Gotcha.
And then we'll get it in our name.
Okay. So it's time for you to start scrambling looking for your buyer, brother.
Yeah.
Or do you already have somebody?
No, we're gonna try and start doing that. We're I just set up all of this stuff, and I didn't have the dollars for Pat Live and all that stuff, so we set up a voicemail system, and
that's fine. That's
all
fine.
of that good stuff. How do you generally go about it? What's your best way? The Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist?
Man, yeah, Facebook Marketplace. I always start there, and let me share with you. Let me give you a little tidbit on how I do. Well, I'll show you let me see if I can find my picture so you can see how it looks. Mm-hmm. The problem with Facebook Marketplace is people don't read. They're going to be blowing your phone up. And
you don't put when you list it on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, you're not putting the address, correct?
I don't think so. I can't remember. I don't remember whether you put it in there or not. You can. I don't think it really matters. You think you have a problem with that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I would.
I guess you put the address so they can. I thought that you wanted them to call in, so everybody would call in,
You do want them to call, but I'm like, if you don't like the way the house looks with the pictures, then So this is what I do when I have an ad on Craigslist Marketplace.
Mhm.
Because what happens, dude, you get a million people calling, is this available? Is this available? Or they will send you those direct messages.
Mhm.
You don't want to deal with that, dog.
Right.
You're talking about 50 people a day. So you have somebody else take those calls.
Mhm.
So you see, I put the phone number. I'm like, and then in the message, I'm like, listen, text or call these people. I don't want to deal with it because it's
Right.
going to be linked to your Facebook, right?
Yes.
Your personal joint. That's where the marketplace is.
Yeah.
You don't want, man. You do not want to deal with that beast,
hmm
that thing. But that is where you buy, man. The last several we've done, got them right from Facebook Marketplace. But you got to make sure you direct them to that other number.
Okay.
You got somebody that can take those calls, whether it's Pat Live or you just pay somebody. What we do is I pay somebody to take the calls, and I let them keep all of the application fees.
Oh, okay.
So you might do $600-700 in application fees. I don't know how you do it, but
What do you charge? I mean, I've never done one, so this would be my first one. What are you charging for
that's right.
application?
That's right. Well, I'm telling you, man, my barometer is off on that. I feel like I'm so old. We were charging $30, and I'm finding out that 30 is cheap now.
hmm
I charge 30 for singles, 50 for couples. You could probably get, I don't. It's up to you. I don't really necessarily. The only reason I charge for applications is because I want people, Renard.
Not waste your
I got
time.
people give me, I get people give me hundreds of dollars in application fees and never turn them in. They'll never turn them in.
Right.
So that's crazy. Now, then they'll take it and not turn it in. So I'm like, listen, you have to pay us to give you an application. In
So
order for
you
me to
said
give you
30,
one,
30 for app fee, and then how much for for the couple?
30 for singles, 50 for couples.
Okay.
That's how I do it. So you get 3-4 couples. That's $200 singles.
Okay.
So I let my guy Bino, he keeps all that money. That way, you don't want to take these calls, man.
Okay.
I got a video too. If you go to my channel, it'll say phone calls with tenant buyers to see how, man, that would really do you good if you can look at that one. It's a good one.
Well, I actually watched that before. That's a while back. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you know what it is.
Yeah. Because you were also saying something about, I think that was when you talked about having somebody like a service, do it for you. But I wasn't thinking about the app fees. I don't know if you went in detail with that.
I didn't. Not in that
Okay.
video. Can't give it too
Yeah.
much in one video. I gotta
Yeah.
drive 1 point home. I gotta drive it home.
Right. Yeah, man. So, I mean, I guess that's, if you think, with that, being the ARV, if you feel like that's going to be good. Now, I guess the only thing that I'm looking at now is like, okay, so I have the contract. Now the next thing is, I need to get the third party authorization, right? And that limited power of attorney sign. Is that the next
Yeah.
step?
Yes. No. Yes and no. So what you're doing a subject. You're doing a. I don't like calling it owner finance. It is owner financing, Renard,
But it's
but a real owner financing. There's no mortgage.
okay.
But you're doing the hybrid. So I'm gonna roll with you. Let's say it's owner financing. You're getting the deed. She's keeping the loan. Only thing you need now is the standard purchase and sale agreement, which you already got that done, and the authorization to release. You need to verify. Do you have the mortgage statement? I think he went dead. Round up. If I sound like Barry White, I don't know why. I sounded real sexy. I don't know why. KFC, let me know when you're back. Renard. You got a, huh?
I'm back.
Okay. Only thing you need is those 2 documents. You got the agreement and the authorization. Do you have the mortgage statement?
She's going to be sending me that. She's going to be sending me that because she was actually in town and she was cleaning out the place, and she said she didn't have internet at the house, obviously. But she was going to go, and she with this social distancing stuff, she didn't want to go to anywhere to get it. So she's gonna
That's
get
true.
that to me. But I feel like since I put to be determined for the closing date, like I'm not in a rush. You know, you get what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. Well, you in a rush to get your money though. You want that
Well,
person to have that 5,000 so you can get in and out and keep moving.
yeah. So I mean, do I need to verify the mortgage amount right now? Because
Absolutely. This thing could be 850. How many times
yeah,
you know how this works, brother. You know how
yeah.
this works.
Jeez, I mean, yeah, I get it. I
Oh,
I
I
would hope
thought
that
it
she's
was
not that far off.
750.
Jeez. Okay, I got you.
I'm just saying you don't. No doubt it's
I got you.
probably close to that, but
I
well,
got
I thought that she could have been like 650. Well, that was just my principal and interest. I forgot about the escrow 200.
you. Yeah, yeah. You're right. Um, yeah. So I'll get that as soon as possible. So, hey,
Yeah, I wouldn't even, to be honest, brother. I don't even move forward until I see that.
okay.
How many times, Renard, have a juicy thing? You know, I've leaked it out. 10 grand came in the door, got the mortgage statement more. Or this was a teaser rate for 6 months. It was a loan modification. The loan will go up in 6 months. All I'm saying is you don't know.
Got it.
Yeah, and I trust you. You got a good spirit, man. You're not. I don't think you're taking advantage of people, and I don't think your seller is taking advantage of you. But you just got to verify.
Got it.
So all you need to do next, man, get the authorization. How come she didn't sign that authorization when she signed the purchase and sale agreement?
So I had to get it and send it over to her DocuSign. She's gonna sign it via DocuSign because that's how I had her sign the agreement. And I didn't know which documents I was gonna need to give her right away. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that was.
How did you, Renard, help me? I'm trying to give me a vision. You have a purchase and sale agreement, a subject to purchase and sale agreement.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where you got that one from. It didn't come with? Oh, so we didn't know which docs to give her. Is that where we're at?
Yeah, I didn't know which docs to give her. I didn't want to just be giving her
Okay.
every document in the package.
Do not.
Yeah.
Yes. Do not do that. Please don't do that, man.
Right.
You don't give her anything. Let your closing people do all that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. So get your authorization filled out. You fill it all out. You're going to have to call her to get her social because I don't know if DocuSign is going to let her. Would DocuSign let her write her social in?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if she'll fill it out in there, yeah. I've done it before yeah.
You put a box where she can
Yeah,
write it in?
for her to type it in.
Yes, right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I would do it. Yeah, go for it, bro. Go for that. Yeah, that's a good one. But we know we're not getting any money right now, though. Even if you get $5,000 down payment, you're going to use that money to buy it.
Closing costs, yeah.
So you might walk away with, oh, damn, you still got to pay her closing costs too. And you might want to give her, I don't know if you saw a video I did a few weeks ago. You might want to give her something, Renard, like closing, $500 or something.
Oh, I did. I did see that.
What's your thoughts on that? I mean, you could give her $500. It ain't like you got to. What are you thinking?
You talking about the one with Quincy? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even think about that in this situation. I guess I just got so tied up in like, hey, I'm getting in zero down.
So much.
On the document I did. I believe I put a earnest of. Let me see. What did I put on that document? But yeah, I'll. I mean,
just consider it, man. I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
consider it.
Go back to
I
her.
know Ron talks nothing down, nothing. It's cool, but you gotta kind of just be liberal with these things, man. When the judge sees you greedy guy, investor like us, and
So
you got
I put 1,000 earnest on the agreement.
$1,000
earnest, yeah.
Yeah, you might want to just give her that, maybe. That's up to you, man.
Okay.
I want to have you back on here tomorrow, Chris.
Yeah. Okay.
Stole the lady's house.
Okay.
Coming after me. All right. Anything? So what else do you need, brother? I mean, are you just looking
So
at
I guess
confirmation, or do you need help with the moving
no, yeah.
parts?
So I guess my thing with the deals is, you know how people talk about, like, I was like, did I do it wrong? Because everybody talks about how you're gonna make more money once the 66 gets paid down, right? Her mortgage gets paid down. Yeah, like
How old is this loan?
um
You don't have the mortgage statement. We got to get
well,
that.
yeah, so she got it during the, I don't have it, but she got it during the she got it during the last recession, so it's at least 12 years old.
We think, okay, so well, she bought the house during the last
Yeah.
recession, but we don't know if she refinanced it during that time.
Well, when she got that loan right there, um oh, by the way, this does have a because she got it through through the HUD program, and
Okay.
uh, through a program, an assistance program where they paid her mortgage. Well, I don't know. So I have to
Yeah, I
get
know.
that mortgage thing, but she does have a lien for 6,000. I forgot about that.
That's no big deal. You ain't. I
Yeah,
mean, you'll pay that off whenever the tenant buyer pays it off.
but I guess what I was trying to get to was the how everybody talks about the three profit centers, and so you get paid up front, paid in the middle, and then paid at the end. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end, you make a little more because the tenant buyer has paid down the mortgage.
Yeah,
Well,
let's go down.
yeah, how am I gonna realize that?
When say it's
Because
5 years from now, right?
yeah,
Say it's
because I'm
five. Say
still
it's
gonna owe her. Because
2025.
I'm still gonna owe her 118 regardless.
You
The
owe her
owner,
118.
correct?
You owe her. Did we write that down?
It's up top, all the way at the top.
Okay, sales price 118. They're gonna put sales price 118. That's a good question. So we need to make sure that she doesn't benefit from
The pay
this
down.
pay down.
Yes, that's what I need to fix. How does that happen?
Yeah, we gotta do. How do we do that one? When you do your wrap note, right? Your wrap note is going to be for this,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We need to pay her that 118. Yeah, we need to figure that one out because I don't want her getting the pay down. I want you getting the pay down.
So basically, am I just taking her 66 subject to, and then her equity, which is what, 52?
Her equity. Yeah, I don't want her getting. I want her maybe we need to do this for a second deed of trust on this one. Maybe we need to create a second. Is that what you're thinking? So we know we need to lock. She needs to be
That's
locked
what I.
in.
Yeah, she needs to be locked in that she's only gonna.
Yeah, we need to do a second deed of trust on that. This would not be a wrap note. I'm sorry. This is not a wrap note. I thought you were buying it for what? I thought you were selling it when we first talked. I thought you were selling it for the same price you're buying it, brother. I'm sorry. So she's got a bunch of
Mhm.
equity. We want to lock her in, right? So we want to create.
Exactly.
What is the difference? Go ahead.
So I guess what
What's
I
the
was
difference
trying
in
to
that?
say, I guess what I wanted to see was how do I do that on paperwork, right? Because basically,
Absolutely.
essentially, I owe the bank 66 and I owe her 52. So I want to make sure
52.
that at the end of the 5 years that I still only owe her 52, regardless of what the mortgage amount is at that point, right?
There you go. I would do this, brother. I don't know why my pens are acting funny today. You're gonna create a second deed of trust. Create a second deed of trust and just slap it right up there, brother. And if I were you, man, I would try to get. Man, you are in such a good position because when you go close, you can be like, you know what, Miss Smith? I know I said 52. Would you take 40?
Mm-hmm.
All that she can say is no. I've had many lenders tell me, no, I won't take it. So yeah, do a second. That way you got a first You're getting the pay down of this. I want you to get the pay down of the 66. So every
Correct.
month is going down.
Correct.
You owe her 52. So we do not want to do a wrap on this. No way.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, all right. So the first being the actual existing mortgage. So basically, I'm taking the sub 2 for the 66, and I'm giving her a promissory note that I'm paying that 66 by paying her payments of 650 every month. Right.
No, you don't. This is all right here. Okay, I'm sorry. We're still here first, right? Let's say that again, Bernard. Let's say 66,000 subject to.
Yeah, subject to, but I'm talking about the paperwork that's going to be needed is being the promissory note and the deed of trust for the 66.
There is no promissory note between you and the seller. It's already there between you and the seller's lender.
Oh, okay.
It's already there.
Okay. All right.
All you're going to do is create another promissory note for that.
Okay.
Now, okay, you're telling me she might get squeamish that you might not pay the 66?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have that conversation unless it came up. If I don't pay the 66, Miss Smith, I don't get anything. I can't just. She's in second position. If I don't pay them, then you don't get any. I mean, I have to pay them, or I don't get. When we go sell the property,
right.
when we go to sell it, right? Mm-hmm. I have to pay them off. If I have a default here, then I don't get anything on the 128. If I default on the 66,
mm-hmm.
See, it's a little challenging doing nothing down because usually when I'm putting up money, I'm like, look, I'm losing. I'm putting up money, so if I don't pay, then I'm losing. All you did was sign your name to this thing. I'm putting up money. So
yeah, the closing cost though, right?
That's right. Tell her yes. There you go. I'm Miss Smith. I'm putting up $3,000 to close. I don't want to lose my $3,000. Always try to layer the financial outgo on your seller.
Gotcha.
Yes, this already has a note. There is no document that says I will pay your. Matter of fact, the document says I will not pay your loan. I don't know if you looked at. I don't know what documents you're using, but the loan says I'm not. Mine say I'm not liable. I haven't agreed to do anything.
Yeah, you're not doing an assumption. Yeah, you're not doing an assumption of loan. Yeah.
No way. So you pay this. I'll take over your payments, and I agree to pay you this when we cash out. You get a. This will be the only thing. Yeah, you don't want to do unless you're going to do a wrap on top of this and a second. I mean, I don't even have that. That's going to get real.
Well, nasty. I guess I didn't. I guess my terminology was wrong because I wanted to do exactly what you're saying. I was already going to give her a promissory note for the 52, but I was already saying that essentially I'm doing sub 2 on the 66. Right.
Sub 2. Second.
Correct.
She can. Here you go, Miss Smith. If I don't do what I say, you can always foreclose on me. It sounds like she already knows that. However.
Correct.
Man, shoot. All right, keep it moving. Write it up. Second deed of trust. Make those payments. This says 0 payments, 0 interest.
Right. So I got one more, man, that I wanted, and this one is what I'm really struggling with in a sense, because I'm gonna end up having 3 of them that'll hopefully be done if this works out.
So this is done. We're good here.
That one's good, yeah.
Okay. I'm listening. Go ahead. Well, we only got a little bit more time. Go ahead.
I got you. Yeah. So quickly. So basically, the basic behind this one is it's the lady owes $88,000 on for her payoff. And 88,000.
I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm just gonna clean the board up.
And yeah, so I'm trying. And she has a tenant in there right now, but she's pretty much upside down every month. So
how is that? Tell me about that.
I'm trying to pull her stuff up real quick.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I'm hearing things. Thought my wife was calling.
All right. Yeah. So, so essentially, what ended up happening is she pays her mortgage is 88,000 left. Um, her payment is 656 a month, and that does not include taxes and insurance. So when you add taxes and insurance, she owes
650, 650
656 a month for just without taxes and insurance.
without taxes and insurance.
Without taxes and insurance.
So let's add another what? 200.
So the with taxes and insurance is 767.83.
All right.
And here's the issue: she has a tenant in there who's been in there a long time, but they only pay $650 a month.
Okay.
So she's eating.
I'm gonna write that down. Go ahead.
She takes a loss every month. And
this place is messed up.
Well, I mean, it's out in the country, and it's a manufactured home. It's a 3-1, and sits on like 2 acres of land out there. But I'm trying to find out a way. She says they're perfect tenants. They pay on time. They're paying $650. You get what I'm saying? But
trying to figure out a way to do what, my brother?
I'm trying to figure out because all she wants us to do is take over, right? And I'm like, okay, do I go in and talk to the person who's in there and say, look, first off, you guys need to pay to make, you guys need to be paying $900. That's a big jump,
Is that market rent?
Yeah, for that one. When I look at it, it says that you can pay like $1,100 out there.
1,100.
That's what I said. She's way off because it's a nice size house. Man, it's like one of the. Let me look at it again real quick. 25. I know you got to go.
We're good. We got a little time. This is something's fishy here. Yeah, I could get 1,100, but I'm only going to charge you $650.
That's
such a nice person to do that.
I was wondering why she's taking a hit so much every month.
When you asked her why is the rent so low, Miss Smith, what did she say?
Well, she moved out, and she moved to when she moved to Georgia, she just didn't. Huh?
Who is she?
The owner.
Okay. So
when she moved out of the place, she just wanted somebody, in there, and like the rent, like I said, it says that it's $1,200 in the area, and I don't know if that's including, it's a 1,200 square foot, mobile home.
1,200. That's nice. That's nice, brother.
Yeah, but it's a 1998 build, so it's not that old of a.
I like it.
Of a mobile home.
I like it.
And it says the estimated value, is 90,000 for the mobile home right now. So,
okay.
But basically what I was trying to see is do I need to, come to the tenant and say, hey, can you pay 1,100, or can you pay 900? And then am I trying to get an option deposit from them too? Like so first off, I'm raising the rent, significantly. And then I'm going to be asking for an option deposit on top of that. Like, you see what I mean?
It's like, going to be rough. It's going to be a bad guy.
Yeah. What's the best way to handle that? Because
man. I'm listening.
Because there's somebody who's basically trying to give me this property, right? You know what I'm saying? She's just ready to walk away if I can, take this over.
Well, all properties ain't good to take over. First of all, I would go down. Have you seen it?
Yes. I haven't been in it, but because I didn't know if I was actually going to do the deal yet. And then all of this was right at the height of this Corona stuff, so I didn't want to, go in there.
Payment is $656. You said.
Yes.
Monthly 656. Oh no, the payment is
The
7. I'm
payment is
sorry.
7. Yeah. So yeah, that's what everything, taxes and insurance. Yep.
Everything. Yeah, I'm bucking. You did that. You said that. But the rent is 650. You said.
Yeah, she
That
paid
was it.
650. Yeah, the person pays 650. The tenant pays
The rent
650.
is 650. Man, that's so smash. Can't get over.
Right.
Rent. Rent 650. Yeah, man, you need to have some conversations. This is where your negotiating skill is going to come in. First of all, find out what the tenant wants to do, and don't go down there like the buyer, like you are the buyer,
Right.
right?
I told him I was gonna. I told her to, basically say that we're a property management company who will be taking over property management for her.
There you go. That's smart right there. It's smart right there, Renard. Because you need to find out. You might not even go down there. Just call them up, brother. You're gonna have this is a tenant thing more of the owner thing. Because what if you go in there? I've seen people live in houses without bathrooms. I've seen them living there without floor. You don't know what did they say what the condition is?
She said that the last time she's been to it that the condition was good and the lady really keeps the place up. And so that's what she said, But I've been to those before, obviously in wholesale, where they say, man, it doesn't need nothing but 5,000, and the floor.
50,000.
Yeah,
You're killing me, Renard.
yeah,
You're right. I'm so glad you have been to them. I don't have to convince you that this happens. That you know.
yeah,
Like I thought it's 50,000. I thought you said it was 5.
yeah,
Well, how about this? We'll use your contractor. What is his phone number?
yeah, exactly.
I love that one. Damn,
Right.
you can get this done. What's his phone number? Ask her how much. First thing I would do, ask her if you were to keep it. What would you do to fix it up? And then that's gonna get her telling you. And then talk to the tenant, Renard. What do you want to do? I just work for these people, or you could say property manager. You do not want to be the buyer, which you already know.
Now let me ask you this: have you like done like rural area kind of like? So this is like, let's just say the area, like I kind of feel like the tenants who are in these places, they have to stay because they're the only ones who want to stay there. You get what I mean? And that's what I'm getting at. It's like,
Probably right. You don't want to get rid of them, right? It's gonna take you 6 months to get somebody new in there. Is that what you're saying?
exactly.
Yeah, that's those joints. Yeah, 6 months. That is the market. That is the healthy market, right? It just takes time to get people out there. You want to try to keep them, but I can't talk on this one yet until we know where the tenant's head is. They've been there forever.
Yeah, and I didn't even elaborate on what forever meant, how many years, but she's,
They've been there a long time.
yeah.
Yeah, talk to them, Renard. See where they're at, man. If they want, that's going to be a rough one. It's very hard. Ron LeGrand talks about the prostitute theory.
But let
Very
me
hard.
tell you this.
Go ahead.
So they're month to month though, right?
They've been month to month for how many years?
Since their last one ran out. So I don't know. That's what she said. She said they've been month to month since the last one ran out. And she's like,
Get
yes.
the lease.
She's like, yes.
Huh?
So what I was gonna say was I was trying to figure out how can I structure it to where I'm not taking it over, but I can still market for a tenant buyer to come in and take that spot. But then I don't want to be the a-hole that just kicks them out.
You try to get $1.
You see what I'm saying? So I was like, if they say, like, is it wrong of me? Like, if they say, hey, well, we aren't going to be able to pay the adjusted rent, and we're not going to be able to give you, in this case, probably like $3,000 down or something like that. I'm not going to be able to give you that. So, $2,000, $3,000, so if they say that they can't do that, now do I go out and market and say, okay, well, you have 30 days to leave and we're going to put a tenant buyer in here?
Yeah.
Because I mean, if I was wholesaling this, like wholesaling the terms, then I mean, I would let your tenant know that they got 30 days to vacate. I have a buyer ready to, move, because I could just get it under contract for 30 days with with the ability to get out of it, and be marketing it, to a tenant buyer or to a, wholesale buyer. But
you want to keep it though.
Well, I'm saying if I treat it just like I would with a wholesale deal, right? And like with a wholesale deal, you get it under contract, and then in that 30 days, I need to find a buyer. But in my case, I'm looking for a tenant buyer.
That's true.
And so if I can get in there and get a tenant buyer in there in 30 days, then I'm going to tell them, hey, you got 30 days to leave.
This is going to be. Go ahead.
I mean, and then if I get the tenant buyer, that's going to give me the 3,000, and then they're going to give me closer to the, at least where I'm not upside down every month. Then I'll let them take that place,
I got you, brother. I like the way you're thinking in an ideal world, but we can't do nothing till we know the condition.
Right.
Get some pictures, man.
Right.
Because if it needs work, $650 a month might be all you can get.
Right.
If it's in pristine shape, maybe. But I don't even. Let's say it does not need any work. Let's just for our conversation, it doesn't need any work.
Mm-hmm.
First action move: see if the tenant wants to give you a down payment. Right? That's where you're at.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Prostitute theory.
Mm-hmm.
Prostitute theory. Services, the value of your services go way down after services are rendered. Right? Brian LeGrand has told me that 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
Prostitute theory. You're already in the house.
Uh-huh.
You're already there. Well, why would I give you $2-3 grand? Damn, I'm already here. Why would I go switch and give you another $3 grand?
Okay.
Services are already rendered.
Yeah.
Not saying that they won't, because I've seen it done, but never have. I've tried. Like I've tried to get money out of people. I'm like, they would much rather take that $3,000, get a fresh new house from my experience.
What if I add that to their, like, let's just say they're like, hey, I can get up to, $850 a month, right? And then I say, okay, well, get it to 900, and we can, that $50 is going towards your down payment, until your down payment is paid. That $50 a month, something like that. You don't think?
I just don't. I mean, I've been here, dude. How many times have I tried to do? I mean, I've done it all, man. Break it up, charge you $100 a month. I've only had a few people do it. At this stage of my life, I don't like it. So you're kind of new to the business, so I would say, yeah, give it a try, man. Give it a try. I want my money. I want it now. I'm like,
yeah. Okay.
I feel you. You could probably. I feel like you're not trying, which is great. Great deals are made. You are making a deal, Renard. I mean, I feel like you're like a deal maker, dude. I mean, you're a beast.
Like your boy Eddie, transaction engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But we old and grumpy, so we like, man, I ain't even thinking. I'm like, you could keep this house. I wouldn't. I mean, personally, I wouldn't even be. It's just not a good use of my time and resources. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it.
No, you're right. I mean, I was feeling that way, but I'm just like, hey, somebody is willing to, and once again, she's not in a rush. She's already been, pretty much eating this negative for this amount of time.
Yeah.
She's been eating it every month,
You might want to get some from her, dude. Why don't you just see if she'll eat? Look, Missy, I know you've been losing 116 a month. Well, how about you just lose 50? I mean, you might want to sometimes, like, even on subject twos, I have the seller pay a payment while I'm looking for the new buyer.
Mm-hmm.
He's already losing money. Like, Miss Smith, instead of losing that, how about if you just lost 50 and I'll just come in and take up the payments? You pay me $50 a month, or whatever you can do.
Right.
Because we don't know what to get the. I don't like speculating, so get the pictures. And this sounds like you might need some ongoing support.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have to kind of get savvy with that. Get the pictures first, man, because you can't charge no more than $650 if the joint. And those, how those things are. People will live in anything. We're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, I mean, yeah, that's it right there, man.
Okay.
I mean, for those, and I guess I wanted to see, how you wanted me to go about that land deal. I mean, there's two
Okay.
of them, because I feel like they're great. So, I mean, however you want to
Where
do that,
are they?
get offline.
Yeah, we can. Where are they, by the way?
North Carolina. So one's in Fuquay, Verena, which is up and coming. Another one's in Garner. So
North
that's
Carolina.
yeah. So by the route, in all in Wake County. So Wake County is a very booming area right now.
Okay, yeah, let's do that offline. I'm getting ready for, I'm launching my YouTube and internet marketing training today. So let's deal with that. We got each other's email addresses. Let's touch that tomorrow, and I can.
Right.
You got pictures, and you got no mortgages on it or anything.
You talking about the land?
Yes.
The land, no mortgages and stuff. But there's some questions about it, like that. There's some wetlands on it,
Got to be
and
rezoned.
I don't know. Is that a deal breaker? Like when there's some wetlands on there, because I don't know, because he
Yeah,
did
you
say
can always
that.
rezone it. You can rezone it. You can take the wetland. Long as you get some. Say we got 2 pieces of land, you can go to this guy over here. Listen, we got wetland right here. We want to build here. Would you mind giving us some of this wetland, some of this over here? We'll rezone that to a portion of the wetland so we can build here. There's ways around it, but I can't say until we look at the whole thing.
Right. Okay.
Oh yeah, there's ways around wetlands, brother. Oh yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, because he was like, 2 of the ponds have already been dried up, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just talking to him like I understand what, I'm faking it until I make it, man.
I
Because
would.
like,
I
look,
would.
when I was breaking down the numbers, like when I like, we can make a couple million, because he wants 2.1, you could sell it for, he wants 2.2, you can sell it for, 3.1.
You can sell it for the once certain requirements are met, correct?
I was thinking regular, as is, you could sell it for 3 million, 3.1.
So what is his motivation to sell it at such a discount?
Well, he just said he wanted 30,000 per acre. And then like I told you, I talked to one of the a developer and then I told him, hey, we're looking for 42.5 per acre. And he didn't curse me out and say, hey, that's crap, right? He came back to me and said, hey, well, I'm looking at it and some of it seems like it's let me see what he said to me. He said, we're looking at it. He says, we saw a lot of wetlands and buffers. He said, do you have any studies or maps that have been evaluated by regulatory authorities? Thank you.
Topography.
Huh?
Topography maps. I'm listening.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know how to get these studies or maps that he's talking about.
Those topos. Stuff costs money, brother. Topography, because it's going to go in there and tell you what's high, what's low. You know those little maps where it's got the lines.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you. Not that I'm an expert on commercial, but I have done several land deals. But we can pull that stuff from the city. You can give them that.
Yeah, but
Are you prepared to spend some money?
Yeah, I can find it if I need to, especially if it's going to be this big of a
big of a lick. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Let's revisit that, man. Let me get ready for this thing, and let's catch up tomorrow.
All right, now, man. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for what you're doing. Take care, man.
Thank you so much. Round up. Yeah, we can round up. Make sure all my training here is half price. Use the coupon code HOPE. I'll do a quick question. I do sound like Barry White. Yeah, boy, it sound like Barry White. I wouldn't post the address. Why not put your desired move-in amount of your money rent to own moves you in? Yeah, people with 5K, you might not do that. We put that in the contract. Let me get ready for this YouTube and internet marketing mastermind. I'm so excited to be doing this. I've been putting this together for 2 weeks now. All right, round up. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Peace.